Good morning. It is Tuesday, August 20th, 2024, back here for Daily Shakeup number 938. And today I want to talk about something that I witness regularly, that you witness regularly, and for many of you, you engage in it regularly without being aware, being aware that you're doing it, but not being really aware of the impact and the potentially negative impact it has on you, on relationships, on your leadership. So I was at an event last night, and there were a number of people who were speaking. I happened to be one of them, very small snippets. And during that time, a good percentage of the people in attendance were not only not listening, but they were engaged in their own conversations and in that immediate area. And what happens is, I know that people think they're having this small conversation that nobody can hear, but the reality is everybody hears it. Now, look, I am not naive enough to think that everybody's going to stop and listen to everyone all the time. But think about this. What's the impact when you talk while others are talking or speaking or presenting? Or think about in the work context in a meeting when the side conversations are happening, particularly if you're engaged here and then there's this side conversation over here. The people over here who are having the side conversation are thinking, must be thinking this is important and it doesn't relate to everybody else. So I'm just going to do it. But it's intrusive, it's disruptive, it's interruptive. And it tells me that those folks aren't listening. Now, what do I start to believe about them? And that's the reality. You could say, well, don't believe anything about them, but behavior speaks volumes. Remember that old saying, something about your actions are speaking so loud, I can't hear the words you're saying. So when someone speaks over others while others are speaking or carries on those conversations, there's a lot of negative opinions formed, and they're certainly not intended. Most people don't say, I'm going to be arrogant and take up the space right now and interrupt everybody by doing this. We want to believe that it's not disruptive, or we frankly haven't thought about it at all. And I want you to think about it because it impacts trust, it impacts followership. Because when we make behaviors and engage in behaviors that say to others, my voice, my conversation, my time is more important than yours, that has an impact. It may not be intended, but come on, folks, it's obvious that it would. So, does this mean to stop talking entirely when others are speaking? Maybe it does, or at least being aware of the impact we're having, how it might impact our leadership and our trust and our relationships, and be thoughtful in the moment. Is this really need to happen this way in this time? And here's what you got to know, because you're having a small conversation doesn't mean it's not having a big negative impact. That's it. Have a fantastic Tuesday and see you tomorrow.